There's this guy named.
What?
Well, we gotta, dude. I love this story so far about this CEO killer. His name turns out his name is fucking, what is it? Luigi Mangione.
Mangione,
It doesn't sound real. It's too Italian.
It literally sounds like the names that we would make up for that stupid mob thing.
Yes.
That we were doing.
Yes.
Like, oh, that's Luigi Mangione, the fucking, I don't know, the scout.
This guy, he sounds like he's a mob boss and at the same time a really good baseball player. Like there's like something like going on with this guy that like
Italians aren't really good baseball players anymore. That was the 20s, bro.
I know it's the Japanese are taking over. I know.
It was the Italians, and then the black people came in, and they were like, "Fuck." The Italians kind of got moved out,
right?
And then the Dominicans and the Cubans showed up, and now they had their way. And now the Japanese are
doing really well right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill people.
What murder?
Kill people. What? I've been seeing that so much.
What murder?
What murder?
Do you know Vinny Paz?
Yeah, of course.
He fucking posted that on his story too. What murder? Like they were talking about Luigi.
Yeah.
What murder?
Dude, it is such
He's full of people.
that sound was tailor made for this situation.
Was it not?
Yeah,
insane.
that was
Because not only
ahead
is
of
it-
time. He was like, record me now.
I'm seeing the future. It's so New York coded, and then it's so specific.
Shout out to the
It's like
Italians.
he was the greatest guy around. What about the people he murdered? What murder? It sounds so fake.
Speaking like that is like
Shout out to the Italians coming back to relevance, bro. Y'all been on the downhill for a little while. You know, not much has been happening for them.
Yeah.
they've been getting shat on relentlessly. For people who are starting to realize this isn't real. These people are like they're all kind of like playing a role, and it started to bleed into other. You know, I had a guy that from Sicily that went to our school, and I was like, all right, Anthony, you gotta chill out a little bit because he was so and then he had so much gold, and I was like, hey man, you live in California. This is not. Maybe you can fit in Glendale a little bit because they were kind of doing some like mafioso shit.
They're homogenous, sort of.
They were
Armenians design their American heritage probably off of Italian.
It seems. It seemed like it.
This is like.
It seems.
This is what Europeans
seemed like it.
This is what Europeans in
wouldn't have said
America
that,
act like. You know, this is what Europeans in America act like. If you're like a European person that embraces America, you wear a lot of gold. You wear like a lot of, you know, very gaudy-esque things.
Yeah.
No disrespect to any of my Armenian friends.
Yeah, it's just a matter of fact.
All zero of them. But
Zero of them.
It's a really specific thing to say.
whatever, man.
Anyway, so this guy shot some guy.
Yeah, talk about how fucking handsome this guy is too.
Not a bad looking guy.
Hey, he's a good looking dude.
The fuck, like
You know?
it was even okay. We saw the CCTV of his face. I'm like, that's a handsome guy. And then they showed pictures of him, this nigga hiking.
Yeah.
And he's fucking jacked.
He's kind of
At least he at least was jacked at some point.
Was jacked at some
But,
point.
that photo looks fake. Also, it's very, very weird because like he's toned here but nowhere else. It's very weird. It's a very weird image.
He's specifically like focused on a specific area, or genetically he's just built weird in that way.
He has a strong core.
Like,
He's a really
how
strong
The
core.
But
Rock-
that's it. But it's like he has a strong core, but then he worked nothing else out.
It's like
it's so weird.
He looked good in other places, but it just looked way too good. It looked like the torso of a professional bodybuilder, and then the other parts were very lackluster. And it should just be freak genetics where he's only gifted in his fucking abs, and it's like
Maybe that's why he took it on. He was like, they'll try to shoot me in the gut if they catch me, but they'll never be able to penetrate my abs.
yeah, it's clear that he was
Thinking
for a
that is
while.
insane.
He was roided out for a while, very clearly.
I don't think he was worried. I think he was just probably like
He was way too big for that. That is not a normal size human. That's not
Really?
Like,
You
as
think
big
Well,
as
he's 26.
as
right?
big as he was. Yeah, it's just the amount of knowledge I have in the industry and seeing what is natural and capable versus what is not. Especially the one thing that people always forget is sustainability. When you see people looking that jacked in just in a setting like that, and it's not polished, they've shrunken themselves, they dehydrated themselves. Like, you know how people will take photos, professional photos, to look as jacked as possible. Like, there's this guy I used to work out with named Tim, where in his professional setting, he looked like a Greek god, but when you saw him in person, he doesn't look like that because there's more water on him. He's a regular. When you see someone that jacked in a normal setting, it's fucking steroids.
I
need it. You need it.
I don't have the same eye as you, but I've seen people who are like just in insanely good shape, and I've seen people who are like, you know, like just obviously like. I've seen some roided out niggas that look like, oh, you look disgusting. Like you're not like
there's levels
real.
to it.
Obviously, but I didn't think he looked. I think he just like, oh, he has like a really strong core, clearly, because he was a climber and something. I was like, oh, I'd imagine he have like a strong core like that. But he also has this injury, which probably cycles all the way back into why he did that. Like literally, he probably got injured.
So.
He couldn't live the lifestyle he was living anymore.
Yeah. So
he was like, I'm gonna catch you slipping. You know.
Yeah. The idea is there's a lot of people that can look really good naturally, but sustaining it is a different thing.
That is true.
Especially in a natural setting where you're not specifically trying to capture the best lighting of yourself and you're flexing like, you know, like people are doing to look as jacked as possible. He was in a very casual, like, it was almost like kind of from the side too. I was like, oh, it was a very natural photo where it wasn't just like he's posing or something. And I was like, he's so ripped in that, like the abs are protruding so much that is help. And another thing, the people that he follows, like he follows Joe Rogan, who, you know, they're all juice head. This fucking terrible rapper named Zuby, which I thought I was like, is this a joke? Is he following him for the memes? But I was like, Zuby's not even. You wouldn't even follow him for the because he's not producing anything embarrassing enough.
Is he that bad?
He's a bad rapper and he's really stupid.
Oh,
it's one of those things where
it's unfortunate double combo.
Yeah. He got, let's put it this way. Actually, he is that bad at rapping. Let's put it this way, because I was telling JoJo this. He's worse than Tom McDonald.
Dang,
yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Tom McDonald.
I believe that too. Some beefs. I mean, this guy clearly had a bit of a beef.
He had a big beef, and
he got his get back.
It was a massacring, like the CEO Brian Thompson, I think it was, or whatever.
Something like that. Whatever.
Didn't even. Yeah, I don't care. But
it doesn't matter.
It actually not even. I'm gonna be completely honest, because I was seeing a lot of people trying to at least do the caveat of, I hate when people do this because it's kind of also, number one, everybody already, you don't need to say this. But when people say, "Well, I feel bad for the kids," or I'm like,
"Yeah, obvious." Yeah.
Like, well, duh. It doesn't need to be fucking stated. But, however, I was like, let me even challenge that a little bit. The odds are, those kids are going to just carry they're basically going to carry the legacy of the father.
Chip on the shoulder.
And they're going to become terrible fucking people in their own rights and become heads of companies and do terrible things.
Probably,
so it's not like it's in the way, it's like the odds are. Every once in a while you have the what do you call it? You have the odd one out, or the outlier that someone, like, say one of Elon Musk's kids is like, you're a piece of shit, I don't want anything to do with you. But I'm sure some of them, there's probably actually a lot of them, because he just doesn't want anything to do with them, really.
Yeah.
But say,
I mean, a few of his kids have openly been like, "You suck."
That's mainly because he probably, since he's a terrible father and he's not doing anything. But I was thinking of like Rupert Murdoch, right? He's gonna die pretty soon, and people like one of his sons, who's like a piece of shit, he's gonna be the next in line. There's one of his other sons that's actually voted for Biden and stuff like that, but they're still kind of close. You know what I mean? But it's like these people are all groomed, and they're all on average like very wealthy. They don't actually care about people on average. There's just that one outlier, that one dude.
Very rarely do people grow up in a system of like people being shitty and they grow up to be different, you know?
Yeah, because
there has to be some sort of like external force that like helps them, like, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
This is like a different situation.
It's like all the it's like when Elliot met E.T. You know?
Explain?
Huh? You remember E.T.? The movie. How Elliot was like a gang member?
I do remember.
I remember
Ethan
the movie.
Thomas.
E.T. was...
Is that not what E.T. is?
What did you call him?
Ethan Thomas?
Ethan Thomas, the extraterrestrial.
Is that not his name?
I think it is.
Yeah.
It's Ernest Turnist. It's not Ethan Thomas.
Oh, yeah, Ernest Turnist. I forgot.
Ernest Turnist.
I forgot that Ernest Turnist was his name.
My bad. Yeah. I forgot it. Actually, you're right.
I'm so sorry for saying that. I'm so
Ethan
sorry
Thomas?
for miss.
What am I thinking?
Obviously, it's Ernest Turnist. He's an alien. Obviously, it's not Ethan Thomas. That's a human fucking name, dude.
Dude. Yeah, in that movie, like Elliot's a gang member, and then he meets E.T., and then he changes his ways.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that. When he gives him the Reese's Pieces, he gets them from a kid's body he just killed.
It's actually fentanyl. Little fentanyl tablets.
You know what's crazy? If aliens came to Earth, I would give them fentanyl. I would give them
Absolutely.
shit like that.
What if it powers them up though? What if their chemistry reacts? What if it's like the limit? It's like limitless.
Breaks up. It's like when TV evolves.
Yeah, I was thinking the limitless pill from that movie that no one saw.
Shout out to
OJ.
Shout out to Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
You know, that crazy name. No one saw it coming.
I really, my first guess in these situations is always Dylan. Dylans are just known school shooters. I don't know what it is.
Dylans are bad.
Yeah.
Something, anything, even like what did I say? Ethan Thomas.
Ethan
like that
Winters?
it would have been like
I would have believed in Ethan.
Ethan Winters. Ethan Thomas would have been like, oh yeah, he did it for sure.
Yeah.
We have to understand this though. We've never had this breed of one. You know,
Nothing close.
We've never had
way
one.
Too different.
He feels like a man out of time. Really.
Did you see?
Luigi's not a 26-year-old's name. By the way, hilarious age. Hilarious age. No. Specifically because that's the age you get kicked off of your health insurance. Your parents' health insurance.
Clearly,
that is so fucking funny.
Clearly something happened.
Oh, so
he got his injury.
Have you heard
something? Like there has to
there was many things.
All of these pieces. Like clearly, there's a thing here. Why? You know.
I heard a few things. So there was, I think, probably back issues, and that was probably a thing. I've heard some stuff that was going on with his grandparents. I don't know if that was verified.
Yeah.
But one of the things was, I think their family's company, I don't know if this is true, but this is what I heard, that his family's company was wrapped up in like nursing homes or something that say United Healthcare were swallowing up businesses, basically their competition, which happened to do with their business. So it was hurting their business by, you know how they are, they're giving you offers you can't refuse, essentially, the way that they do business.
Yeah.
And that's what I was hearing. The unfortunate thing is, so what was that one guy? There's a reporter that says he has his manifesto.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Ken Klippenstein or
that
something?
guy,
Which sounds like not a real person.
He doesn't sound real at all. I bookmarked it. I haven't read anything yet.
If that's the real manifesto, I did read it.
You read it?
Yeah.
What'd it say?
It's very short.
Oh.
It's like 2 pages.
This fucking Ivy League fucking valedictorian guy, just a short manifesto, and all those other assholes have like pages of pages.
Well, the thing is that I think that's why. I think that's why.
It's because that. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I don't need to use a bunch of words to describe my pain.
You're 1,000
pain.
He's smart. He's to the point. That is very true. You're absolutely right.
I didn't really glean. You don't really glean much out of it. It is kind of like there is.
Shit's gay.
Yeah.
I'm Luigi. Let's go.
He did say like they deserve it, but like whatever. He starts it off by being like, first of all, I respect the feds and what they do or whatever, and I'm like, all right, I don't really. This guy's kind of politically.
He's confused.
Yeah.
When you saw who he's following on Twitter. That is absolutely true because he follows AOC. He clearly follows Joe Rogan.
He's probably a very like a moderate young person, you know, that's kind of trying to figure things out, like most people are. But the thing is that he's
like
just
at 26, you just kind of know what's going on.
Usually, more often than not.
Well, he's also clearly insane.
There's that too. To be able to actually murder somebody, you're a little.
He's clearly not okay.
He was caught in a McDonald's too. By the way, do you see that the fucking guy who the person who ratted him out at the McDonald's is not going to get the reward because they didn't
put the camera on me? Good.
No, 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
You can't make this shit up. You cannot.
How funny
couldn't write this.
No, but how thematically perfect is that?
That's beautiful.
Like that is so perfectly thematic. It's like, hey, I did what you asked, and they're like, denied.
Yeah,
actually,
denied. You fucking snitch.
You do qualify. You did do what we asked, but it wasn't through the right, exact, specific qualifications.
What we said. So
you're not going to get your life-changing money.
Sorry. Thanks for bringing
complete perfect. You couldn't write this any better, except for. If this was, I would be very upset because I would feel like him getting caught at a McDonald's, how contrived. Like, that's how I'd feel if this was like a story.
Yeah.
Because this guy, let's be real. How could you be this calculated to the way that he used the silencer, the way that he did all the stuff that he did?
He clearly didn't care about getting caught.
It showed people were testing in the field how it would sound. Like in the shots, I saw some videos. And it's like, yeah, I understand how he totally got away with it because it's so muffled in a way that beautifully. But then he went to McDonald's.
You know what's crazy to me?
He what's someone that does this clearly doesn't care about getting caught.
Yeah, he doesn't.
You did your. You know, like once once you kill the dragon, you sit down and you bleed out and you die. You know, you're like, I did what I needed to do. You know,
I think he was prepared to die, right? He probably was prepared to die. He's like, oh, I'm not dead. What's happening?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I didn't plan for this. So he's just like running, and then he was like, I don't want to run.
Let's get a McRib, you know? Like,
let's go get a fucking McRib.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy to think that like he genuinely probably wouldn't have been caught at all if he didn't pull his mask down to flirt with that lady.
Yes.
Once again, a woman ruining everything.
A woman ruining everything, but also stereotypical Italian. Hey, how you doing?
It's so funny.
Hey, what's going on, honey?
Because that really was the only thing that really gave him away.
Right, because everyone saw that and were like, oh, that's a good-looking dude. What the fuck?
So,
we were expecting some fucking monster. I was expecting this thing under the fucking... I was expecting...
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I was like a white version of this.
A white version of this.
Looking ass motherfucker. But did you guys saw that his favorite Pokemon was Breloom and he had it on his fucking thing, right?
I did not.
And then it was his proverb was Breloom is Pokemon number 286.
286.
And then it was Proverbs 28 verse 6, where it's like what you call it.
So
it's his favorite Pokemon was there in a proverb.
So which one came first? Do you think the Proverbs or the Pokemon? Of what because obviously his favorite proverb came from the Pokemon or the proverb.
What came first, the proverb or the Pokemon? The classic tale as old as time.
I think it's probably like he read the proverb and then he was like, "What Pokemon is this proverb?"
Wait, do you know what the proverb is? Is it even a good one?
Yeah.
Because if it's not good, then the Pokemon
better is a poor man who walks in integrity than a rich man who's crooked in his ways.
Oh, okay.
Which is literally like it's. Okay. This is like me building a D&D character that's kind of silly but has a decent backstory. You know, like there's a little character in there. You know, we can turn this into something.
My favorite proverb is I can't remember what the number is, but it says I think the line is copyright King James.
Luigi.
If the only way that you could write this better is if there is in fact a Mario out there.
That's the whole thing.
Like waiting to strike another one.
There is for sure a Mario and his family, and I know like journalists are digging. Like I desperately need.
We gotta interview Mario.
Yeah, we need
Mario Mangione.
And then like they're
that sounds like a fake name.
Mario Mangione totally sounds, but like how are you not Mario Man? There must be a Mario because that makes more sense than Luigi.
It does, yeah.
So it's like there's definitely a Mario Mangione in his family.
Both mad Italian names, you know, like they're both like old world Italian names, like
they're Assassin's Creed names. like they're just not. They're not contemporary. Like Vinny is like even that's old, but like that's fairly contemporary old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like 60s, 70s.
Since you guys are from New York, you know any Luigis?
Yeah.
I don't know a single. Well,
you knew one.
No,
of course.
My barber was named Luigi. Actually.
Your barber was named Luigi,
but he was 70.
Oh,
when I was like 8.
Okay,
I know Luigi.
So he's
not young
gone.
Luigi's, yeah, but I know Luigi.
Definitely gone.
Yeah.
I mean, he could be.
He's cutting the hair of angels.
Yeah, he could be hanging on by a thread.
I don't think so, man.
Still, like like
that guy was living rough.
He's fucking green, but he's still cutting. You know, he's
like
barely
Van Dyke.
Damn! Imagine that motherfucker is doing flips and shit.
My name is Bronson.
I killed this dude and put his skin on.
My name is Brontain.
I genuinely would have guessed Bronson before Luigi.
Bronson?
Yeah. Bronson would have been dope though.
Bronson's a crazy name because of that guy.
Luigi Mangione really changed the game.
He really
but
did,
not in the way he should have. It's unfortunate.
Well,
the second I saw his eyebrows under that, like over the thing, I was like, he's getting caught.
He's too.
Those look like the fakest. Like I have never seen eyebrows like that on a person. He looks like those fucking glasses, the Groucho Marx glasses. It's insane.
There's a reason why ninjas would do what they did, where they'd cover themselves up so much.
They'd cover up a lot more,
like so much. Because the fact is, like, if I'm gonna make a devious move, I'm doing it in the dark of night, completely garbed that I can't be seen.
Yeah.
The problem is this dude.
There's so much surveillance now, too, which makes it a different case.
I would have wore a fat suit.
Yeah,
so like,
I would have been like that one guy that wore an old white. He robbed a bank and he wore an old grandpa fucking prosthetics, and it took a while for them to figure out that wasn't real. And I was like, that's brilliant.
It's really smart.
They eventually, I think eventually they caught up with them.
You get caught.
How does that even? How?
You just get caught. I think
because the criminals' biggest problems is that they always shoot their mouth off to somebody. They fuck up. They eventually. they have, it's usually because all those type of the ones that do crazy things like that, I feel like they're all narcissists.
Yeah.
And they have to tell you their brilliant plan.
They want the credit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Don't go back to the scene of the crime. Like Luigi, self-aware that he's a handsome guy, he's smiling to this bitch. I'm like, come on, dude.
He didn't care. I get
I know
that.
he didn't care, but also, if he didn't care, why would he be veiled at all?